每天练习英语听、说、练，与我们一起提升你的语言技能。完成后，在我们的应用程式里多加练习。免费，连结在下方。开始练习吧。
This is an emergency. This is an emergency.
这是紧急状况。
This is an emergency. This is an emergency. Please help me. Please help me.
请帮我。
Please help me. Please help me. Call 911 now. Call 911 now.
马上打911。
Call 911 now. Call 911 now. I need an ambulance. I need an ambulance.
我需要救护车。
I need an ambulance. I need an ambulance. I need the police. I need the police.
我需要警察。
I need the police. I need the police. I need the fire department. I need the fire department.
我需要消防队。
I need the fire department. I need the fire department. There was a car accident. There was a car accident.
发生车祸了。
There was a car accident. There was a car accident. Someone is hurt. Someone is hurt.
有人受伤了。
Someone is hurt. Someone is hurt. I see smoke. I see smoke.
我看到烟。
I see smoke. I see smoke. I smell gas. I smell gas.
我闻到瓦斯味。
I smell gas. I smell gas. My mom fainted. My mom fainted.
我妈妈昏倒了。
My mom fainted. My mom fainted. My friend is bleeding. My friend is bleeding.
我的朋友在流血。
My friend is bleeding. My friend is bleeding. My neighbor is in danger. My neighbor is in danger.
我的邻居有危险。
My neighbor is in danger. My neighbor is in danger. A child is missing. A child is missing.
有一名孩子失踪了。
A child is missing. A child is missing. The fire alarm is ringing. The fire alarm is ringing.
火警警报器在响。
The fire alarm is ringing. The fire alarm is ringing. Stay calm, please. Stay calm, please.
请保持冷静。
Stay calm, please. Stay calm, please. Keep breathing slowly. Keep breathing slowly.
请持续慢慢呼吸。
Keep breathing slowly. Keep breathing slowly. Do not move her neck. Do not move her neck.
不要移动她的颈部。
Do not move her neck. Do not move her neck. Stay on the line. Stay on the line.
请不要挂断。
Stay on the line. Stay on the line. I am at 25 Oak Street. I am at 25 Oak Street.
我在橡树街25号。
I am at 25 Oak Street. I am at 25 Oak Street. The house number is 142. The house number is 142.
门牌是142号。
The house number is 142. The house number is 142. We are in apartment 3B. We are in apartment 3B.
我们在3B 室。
We are in apartment 3B. We are in apartment 3B. The nearest cross street is Pine Road. The nearest cross street is Pine Road.
最近的交叉路口是松树路。
The nearest cross street is Pine Road. The nearest cross street is Pine Road. I am in the parking lot. I am in the parking lot.
我在停车场。
I am in the parking lot. I am in the parking lot. We are at the north exit. We are at the north exit.
我们在北出口。
We are at the north exit. We are at the north exit. The door is blocked. The door is blocked.
门被堵住了。
The door is blocked. The door is blocked. The room is filling with smoke. The room is filling with smoke.
房间里的烟越来越浓。
The room is filling with smoke. The room is filling with smoke. The road is flooded. The road is flooded.
道路淹水了。
The road is flooded. The road is flooded. The power is out. The power is out.
停电了。
The power is out. The power is out. The elevator is stuck. The elevator is stuck.
电梯卡住了。
The elevator is stuck. The elevator is stuck. Emma is calling 911. Emma is calling 911.
Emma 正在打911。
Emma is calling 911. Emma is calling 911. Jake is helping the driver. Jake is helping the driver.
Jake 正在帮助驾驶。
Jake is helping the driver. Jake is helping the driver. Mia is keeping watch. Mia is keeping watch.
Mia 正在警戒。
Mia is keeping watch. Mia is keeping watch. Noah is guiding people outside. Noah is guiding people outside.
Noah 正在引导人们到外面。
Noah is guiding people outside. Noah is guiding people outside. Ava is talking to a dispatcher. Ava is talking to a dispatcher.
Ava 正在跟接线员讲话。
Ava is talking to a dispatcher. Ava is talking to a dispatcher. Ben is holding the first aid kit. Ben is holding the first aid kit.
Ben 正拿着急救箱。
Ben is holding the first aid kit. Ben is holding the first aid kit. Chloe is waving for help. Chloe is waving for help.
Chloe 正在挥手求救。
Chloe is waving for help. Chloe is waving for help. Ethan is checking for injuries. Ethan is checking for injuries.
Ethan 正在检查有没有受伤。
Ethan is checking for injuries. Ethan is checking for injuries. Zoe is staying with the child. Zoe is staying with the child.
Zoe 正陪住那个孩子。
Zoe is staying with the child. Zoe is staying with the child. Leo is turning off the stove. Leo is turning off the stove.
Leo 正在关瓦斯炉。
Leo is turning off the stove. Leo is turning off the stove. Nora is closing the gas valve. Nora is closing the gas valve.
Nora 正在关闭瓦斯阀门。
Nora is closing the gas valve. Nora is closing the gas valve. Omar is pointing to the exit. Omar is pointing to the exit.
Omar 正在指向出口。
Omar is pointing to the exit. Omar is pointing to the exit. Rosa is locking the back door. Rosa is locking the back door.
Rosa 正在把后门上锁。
Rosa is locking the back door. Rosa is locking the back door. Kyle is pulling the fire alarm. Kyle is pulling the fire alarm.
Kyle 正在拉火警警报器。
Kyle is pulling the fire alarm. Kyle is pulling the fire alarm. Emma says, stay low and crawl. Emma says, stay low and crawl.
Emma 说，趴低爬行。
Emma says, stay low and crawl. Emma says, stay low and crawl. Jake says, do not use the elevator. Jake says, do not use the elevator.
Jake 说，不要搭电梯。
Jake says, do not use the elevator. Jake says, do not use the elevator. Mia says, use the stairs. Mia says, use the stairs.
Mia 说，走楼梯。
Mia says, use the stairs. Mia says, use the stairs. Noah says, meet at the mailbox. Noah says, meet at the mailbox.
Noah 说，在信箱旁集合。
Noah says, meet at the mailbox. Noah says, meet at the mailbox. Ava says, count everyone. Ava says, count everyone.
Ava 说，清点所有人。
Ava says, count everyone. Ava says, count everyone. Ben says, put on your seatbelt. Ben says, put on your seatbelt.
Ben 说，系上安全带。
Ben says, put on your seatbelt. Ben says, put on your seatbelt. Chloe says, wear your helmet. Chloe says, wear your helmet.
Chloe 说，戴上安全帽。
Chloe says, wear your helmet. Chloe says, wear your helmet. Ethan says, keep your hands visible. Ethan says, keep your hands visible.
Ethan 说，让双手保持可见。
Ethan says, keep your hands visible. Ethan says, keep your hands visible. Zoe says, do not touch the wire. Zoe says, do not touch the wire.
Zoe 说，不要碰电线。
Zoe says, do not touch the wire. Zoe says, do not touch the wire. Leo says, the floor is wet and slick. Leo says, the floor is wet and slick.
Leo 说，地板又湿又滑。
Leo says, the floor is wet and slick. Leo says, the floor is wet and slick. Nora says, watch your step. Nora says, watch your step.
Nora 说，小心脚下。
Nora says, watch your step. Nora says, watch your step. Omar says, move away from the window. Omar says, move away from the window.
Omar 说，远离窗户。
Omar says, move away from the window. Omar says, move away from the window. Rosa says, stay behind the line. Rosa says, stay behind the line.
Rosa 说，请待在警戒线后。
Rosa says, stay behind the line. Rosa says, stay behind the line. Kyle says, back up, please. Kyle says, back up, please.
Kyle 说，请后退。
Kyle says, back up, please. Kyle says, back up, please. Emma asks, are you hurt? Emma asks, are you hurt?
Emma 问，你受伤了吗？
Emma asks, are you hurt? Emma asks, are you hurt? Jake asks, can you breathe? Jake asks, can you breathe?
Jake 问，你能呼吸吗？
Jake asks, can you breathe? Jake asks, can you breathe? Mia asks, where does it hurt? Mia asks, where does it hurt?
Mia 问，你哪里痛？
Mia asks, where does it hurt? Mia asks, where does it hurt? Noah asks, what is your name? Noah asks, what is your name?
Noah 问，你叫什么名字？
Noah asks, what is your name? Noah asks, what is your name? Ava asks, are you allergic to anything? Ava asks, are you allergic to anything?
Ava 问，你有对什么过敏吗？
Ava asks, are you allergic to anything? Ava asks, are you allergic to anything? Ben asks, do you feel dizzy? Ben asks, do you feel dizzy?
Ben 问，你觉得头晕吗？
Ben asks, do you feel dizzy? Ben asks, do you feel dizzy? Chloe asks, can you stand up? Chloe asks, can you stand up?
Chloe 问，你能站起来吗？
Chloe asks, can you stand up? Chloe asks, can you stand up? Ethan asks, do you need water? Ethan asks, do you need water?
Ethan 问，你需要水吗？
Ethan asks, do you need water? Ethan asks, do you need water? Zoe asks, can you see clearly? Zoe asks, can you see clearly?
Zoe 问，你看得清楚吗？
Zoe asks, can you see clearly? Zoe asks, can you see clearly? Leo asks, is anyone still inside? Leo asks, is anyone still inside?
Leo 问，还有人在里面吗？
Leo asks, is anyone still inside? Leo asks, is anyone still inside? Nora asks, is the fire out? Nora asks, is the fire out?
Nora 问，火熄灭了吗？
Nora asks, is the fire out? Nora asks, is the fire out? Omar asks, is the door hot? Omar asks, is the door hot?
Omar 问，门很烫吗？
Omar asks, is the door hot? Omar asks, is the door hot? Rosa asks, did you call your family? Rosa asks, did you call your family?
Rosa 问，你有打电话给家人吗？
Rosa asks, did you call your family? Rosa asks, did you call your family? Kyle asks, do you have a safe place? Kyle asks, do you have a safe place?
Kyle 问，你有安全的地方吗？
Kyle asks, do you have a safe place? Kyle asks, do you have a safe place? Emma says, stay with me. Emma says, stay with me.
Emma 说，跟我在一起。
Emma says, stay with me. Emma says, stay with me. Jake says, help is coming. Jake says, help is coming.
Jake 说，救援正在赶来。
Jake says, help is coming. Jake says, help is coming. Mia says, you are not alone. Mia says, you are not alone.
Mia 说，你不是一个人。
Mia says, you are not alone. Mia says, you are not alone. Noah says, we will be okay. Noah says, we will be okay.
Noah 说，我们会没事的。
Noah says, we will be okay. Noah says, we will be okay. Ava says, I am right here. Ava says, I am right here.
Ava 说，我就在这里。
Ava says, I am right here. Ava says, I am right here. Ben says, take slow breaths. Ben says, take slow breaths.
Ben 说，慢慢的呼吸。
Ben says, take slow breaths. Ben says, take slow breaths. Chloe says, hold my hand. Chloe says, hold my hand.
Chloe 说，握住我的手。
Chloe says, hold my hand. Chloe says, hold my hand. Ethan says, try not to move. Ethan says, try not to move.
Ethan 说，尽量不要移动。
Ethan says, try not to move. Ethan says, try not to move. Zoe says, keep your head up. Zoe says, keep your head up.
Zoe 说，把头抬起来。
Zoe says, keep your head up. Zoe says, keep your head up. Leo says, put pressure on the cut. Leo says, put pressure on the cut.
Leo 说，按压伤口。
Leo says, put pressure on the cut. Leo says, put pressure on the cut. Nora says, wash the burn with cool water. Nora says, wash the burn with cool water.
Laura 说，用冷水冲洗烫伤处。
Nora says, wash the burn with cool water. Nora says, wash the burn with cool water. Omar says, use a clean bandage. Omar says, use a clean bandage.
Omar 说，用干净的绷带。
Omar says, use a clean bandage. Omar says, use a clean bandage. Rosa says, do not remove the object. Rosa says, do not remove the object.
Rosa 说，不要移除异物。
Rosa says, do not remove the object. Rosa says, do not remove the object. Kyle says, do not give them food. Kyle says, do not give them food.
Kyle 说，不要给他们食物。
Kyle says, do not give them food. Kyle says, do not give them food. Emma says, keep the person warm. Emma says, keep the person warm.
Emma 说，让对方保暖。
Emma says, keep the person warm. Emma says, keep the person warm. Jake says, turn off the power. Jake says, turn off the power.
Jake 说，把电源关掉。
Jake says, turn off the power. Jake says, turn off the power. Mia says, unplug the toaster. Mia says, unplug the toaster.
Mia 说，把烤面包机的插头拔掉。
Mia says, unplug the toaster. Mia says, unplug the toaster. Noah says, check the smoke detector. Noah says, check the smoke detector.
Noah 说，检查烟雾侦测器。
Noah says, check the smoke detector. Noah says, check the smoke detector. Ava says, test the batteries. Ava says, test the batteries.
Ava 说，测试电池。
Ava says, test the batteries. Ava says, test the batteries. Ben says, pack an emergency kit. Ben says, pack an emergency kit.
Ben 说，准备一个防灾包。
Ben says, pack an emergency kit. Ben says, pack an emergency kit. Chloe says, keep water and food. Chloe says, keep water and food.
Chloe 说，储备水和食物。
Chloe says, keep water and food. Chloe says, keep water and food. Ethan says, store a flashlight. Ethan says, store a flashlight.
Ethan 说，备妥手电筒。
Ethan says, store a flashlight. Ethan says, store a flashlight. Zoe says, carry a whistle. Zoe says, carry a whistle.
Zoe 说，随身带哨子。
Zoe says, carry a whistle. Zoe says, carry a whistle. Leo says, save emergency contacts. Leo says, save emergency contacts.
Leo 说，储存紧急联络人。
Leo says, save emergency contacts. Leo says, save emergency contacts. Nora says, share your location. Nora says, share your location.
Laura 说，分享你的位置。
Nora says, share your location. Nora says, share your location. Omar says, learn basic first aid. Omar says, learn basic first aid.
Omar 说，学习基本的急救。
Omar says, learn basic first aid. Omar says, learn basic first aid. Rosa says, practice your fire drill. Rosa says, practice your fire drill.
Rosa 说，练习火灾避难演练。
Rosa says, practice your fire drill. Rosa says, practice your fire drill. Kyle says, plan a meeting spot. Kyle says, plan a meeting spot.
Kyle 说，规划集合地点。
Kyle says, plan a meeting spot. Kyle says, plan a meeting spot. Emma will wait by the mailbox. Emma will wait by the mailbox.
Emma 会在信箱旁等候。
Emma will wait by the mailbox. Emma will wait by the mailbox. Jake will guide the firefighters. Jake will guide the firefighters.
Jake 会引导消防员。
Jake will guide the firefighters. Jake will guide the firefighters.
感谢观看，订阅我们的频道并开启通知，及时获取新视频，持续你的英语学习之旅。